You are looking at a lie, not a conspiracy, not a hoax, a lie written into the fabric of the cosmos itself, one that every galaxy you have ever seen has been telling you since the moment starlight first reached your eyes. Because if you calculate the mass of a galaxy using only what you can see, the stars, the gas, the glowing swirl of light, the math breaks. Galaxies spin so fast they should tear themselves apart. Stars at the edges should fly off into the dark like sparks from a pinwheel spun too hard, and yet they don't. Something is holding them together, something with mass, something with gravity, something completely invisible. We call it dark matter, and it may be the largest cover-up in the history of physics, except no one is hiding it from us. The universe is hiding it from itself. In 1933, an astronomer named Fritz Zwicky pointed his telescope at the Coma Cluster, a swarm of over 1,000 galaxies bound together by gravity. He measured how fast individual galaxies were moving within the cluster, and the numbers terrified him. The galaxies were moving so quickly that the cluster's visible mass could never hold them in place. By every law of physics he knew, the Coma Cluster should have flown apart eons ago. Zwicky called the missing mass dunkle Materie, dark matter. Nobody believed him. For 40 years, his discovery gathered dust. Then came Vera Rubin. In the 1970s, she studied something called rotation curves, how fast stars orbit at different distances from a galaxy's center. Newtonian physics predicted a simple pattern. Stars near the edge, far from most of the mass, should orbit slower, the same way Pluto crawls around the Sun while Mercury races. Instead, Rubin found something impossible. The outer stars were moving just as fast as the inner ones. It was as if the galaxy's mass didn't end where the light did, as if there were a vast invisible halo of matter extending far beyond the visible disk, silently gripping every star in place. Think of a galaxy like a merry-go-round. Spin it fast enough and the riders at the edge fly off, unless an invisible hand is holding them down. That invisible hand is dark matter wrapped around every galaxy in the universe like a phantom skeleton. Here is the question that should keep you up tonight. If dark matter outweighs all the stars, planets, and galaxies combined 5 times over, then everything you have ever seen, touched, or loved is a rounding error in the true composition of the cosmos. So ask yourself, are we the exception in this universe, or are we the anomaly it barely bothered to include? For decades, scientists hunted for the answer. Was dark matter simply ordinary matter we couldn't see? Dead stars, rogue planets, black holes drifting in the dark? Astronomers call these MACHOs, massive compact halo objects. They searched. They found some, not nearly enough. So the hunt turned inward to particles. WIMPs, weakly interacting massive particles, theoretical specks of matter that barely touch ordinary matter at all, slipping through planets, through your body, through solid steel, right now, undetected, an invisible rain falling through everything that exists. Deep underground, in abandoned mines shielded from cosmic radiation by a mile of solid rock, physicists built detectors made of liquid xenon, waiting for a single dark matter particle to collide with a single atom. After decades of waiting, the detectors remain almost silent. And here is the twist that changes everything. What if dark matter isn't a particle at all? What if it's not matter the way we understand it, but a flaw in gravity itself? A theory called MOND, Modified Newtonian Dynamics, suggests that on the largest scales, gravity simply doesn't behave the way Einstein or Newton predicted. No invisible particles required, just the rules of the universe, bending in ways we've never accounted for. But then came the bullet cluster, 2 galaxy clusters that collided at millions of miles per hour. The visible gas from both clusters slammed together and stopped, glowing hot in X-ray light. But gravitational lensing revealed something extraordinary. The mass, the actual gravity, had passed straight through, undisturbed. like a ghost walking through a wall while the body stayed behind. Dark matter and ordinary matter had separated. Proof, many say, that dark matter is real, physical, and independent of the matter we can see, not a mathematical illusion, but a hidden substance woven through the scaffolding of every galaxy in existence. So take a breath. Look up tonight. Every star, every galaxy, every glowing thread of light you can see is only the visible skeleton of something far larger, a hidden architecture holding the universe together, unseen, unfelt, and utterly indifferent to whether we ever discover it at all. We built civilizations, wrote poetry, fell in love, all while floating inside a structure we cannot see, made of some